Hey there guys, this is NDM here, welcoming you back to another episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda A Link to the Past. Right, so in the last episode we finished up the second palace in the Dark World, and in this episode we are going to do some more side quest based stuff. So this episode is going to be quite a short one. I'm not going to be doing much, just collecting a few bits and bobs before we head over to the third dungeon in the Dark World, which will happen in the next episode. So the first thing you want to do in the Dark World, once you've finished up the second palace, is come here, because you have to use your magic mirror here in this particular spot because it looks very peculiar. And once you use the magic mirror, transport from the Dark World to the Light World, you'll end up on this cliff up here. And now there's another one of these weird looking grave-like tablet things, and what you need to do with these, to interact with them, you need to get the Book of Medora out and read it. Hold up the Master Sword and you will get the magic of Bombos. I think it's called Bombos, yeah, not Bombos. Bombos sounds more right than Bombos, or well, I don't know, you could say it in any way really. This is the magic Bombos medallion. Its magic makes the ground explode with power. Watch your magic meter. Yeah, so when you use the medallions, make sure that you look at your magic meter because they do consume a lot of magic. Obviously you're okay if you have potions and stuff, because then you can use it and get your magic back with the potions, but a lot of the medallions I won't be using in this game. Only the medallions that are plot based, because you won't really need to use Bombos as such. You won't really need to use the other medallion. I think the most useless medallion in this game is Quake, because you don't need to use, well actually no, you do need to use Quake. Yeah, Quake is actually a plot based item that you need to use, so you will be using Quake. I think the most useless medallion is Bombos, the one we just got actually. The other one is the most useful, Ether. That's the most useful medallion, because you will be using that more than once. Whereas Quake you only use once, and Ether you will be using more than once. So what you need to do now is come into this flower circulated fairy ring, I guess, and because that's what they're called. If you see a circle of mushrooms, they're called a fairy ring, because apparently that's, in mythology, apparently that's where fairies used to go to pray or something. I don't know. So if you see a circle of mushrooms that grow in a circle, that's called a fairy ring. You found a piece of heart. Yay! So that's another one. Alright. Is there anything else I can do? I think there's some stuff in Kakariko we can do, but we can't get to Kakariko on this side, so we need to go back round again. Past the Palace of Darkness to get round. We need to go through the graveyard and all that stuff to get there. Alright, so it's going to be a long journey back then. And Kakariko Village isn't the same village as what we remembered it from the Light World. It's actually changed quite drastically, actually. Alright, so as you can imagine, it's the Dark World, so everything's been taken over by evil. Even the maidens, right? Is there how many bottles do I have? How many bottles empty do I have, should I say? Right, we have 3 bottles empty, so I'm gonna pick up some fairies while we're here, because, well, we won't be going to the potion shop anytime soon, and I don't really have enough rupees to, you know, squander on so many potions. So fairies is enough to suffice for now. I've got one one bottle of magic potions, so if I so happen to die in the third dungeon, and you know I lose all my fairies and everything, at least I'll have a backup potion to give full health back. Oh wait, we can't go this way because there's no bridge. Remember, there's no bridge leading up to the pyramid, so we need to go down here. I was being stupid, going the wrong way. I thought I was in the Light World for a second there. Right, so yeah, I always seem to get these worlds mixed up, because the Light World, there are things that are different in the Light World, there are some things that are different in the Dark World. The way how you get around, anyway. Because the bridge isn't there anymore, so you have to take the long way round in the Dark World to get to Kakariko. Well, at least at this point in the game you do, but once you beat the 4th dungeon, it makes things a hell of a lot more easier to get around this place. Tell you. Alright, so let's get our... Actually, no, we're not going to go that way just yet, because we can get ourselves another medallion while we're here, and I'm pretty sure it's Ether that will get. It's either Ether or Quake, because there's only 3 medallions in the game. But I'm betting it's Quake, actually. I think Ether you get on Death Mountain, outside the mountain tower. Remember I showed you that gravestone, and I said, oh, it looked like a gravestone, and I didn't do anything with it, because we couldn't do anything with it until we got the Master Sword. Well, that's where Ether is. So I'm pretty sure that, well, this obviously has to be Quake, then. Alright, so what we need to do here is, there's another fairy ring, but made of rocks this time. So what you need to do, you need to grab the skull and throw the skull into the circle. And a mutant fish, like Zora, will come out. Was it you who disturbed my peaceful nap? I will give this to you if you go away. Right, so this should be Quake. Yeah, we got the Quake medallion. Its magic causes the ground to shake and defeats nearby enemies. Watch your magic meter. Once again, thanks for the helpful advice, even though every single medallion says that to you. That you should always keep an eye on your magic. But you do get a magic upgrade after you've done... Well, I'm not sure if we can do that now, though. Get the magic upgrade. I think we have to do the 4th dungeon to get the magic upgrade. Because we can't lift giant rocks yet, and you get the item that lifts up giant rocks in the 4th dungeon, so we can't do anything about that yet. Right, so now I just want to try and get to where I wanted to go as fast as I can by using the Pegasus boots, even though I very rarely do that. Alright, so let's get our hookshot out now. And this is why you needed to do the 2nd dungeon to get across here, because now you can hookshot yourself across the river to get to the other side. And now we're going into unexplored territory of the Dark World. And there's also another piece of heart that I know that I can pick up from here, so I'm going to do that right now. Leave me alone, stupid whatever the hell you things are. I don't know. Levers, I think they are in this game. Or, I don't know. Well, they would be, I think they would be the equivalent of levers. I'm probably wrong there, though, but... Right, so let's get our magic mirror out again. Because we will be going to another cliff that you can't get to in the light world, so you have to go in there from the dark world. And we need bombs to bomb out the cave, so luckily I have plenty of bombs on me. Well, even if I didn't, those pots would have provided me with what I needed. So here we go, another piece of heart is hidden here as well. Wow, we're definitely raking up on those heart containers, jeez. Alright. And there will be another heart container. Well, actually, we might even be able to form a full heart container in this whole episode, because I know that there are 2 more heart containers that I can get. I know, it's crazy. There's a lot of things you can actually do before you go to the 3rd dungeon. And we'll be going to Kakariko to get that other heart container. In a mini game, actually, and I'm always going to go with the chest that I always seem to find the heart container in, or the piece of heart in. It's not heart container, piece of heart. So come to this house right here, and you'll do a chest mini game. This is also in A Link Between Worlds, by the way, so we need to squander 30 rupees. And it's always this one. It always seems to be this one up here. Oh wait, it wasn't this time. Okay then. And as you can see, that I found a little Easter egg as well on the Game Boy Advance version, that there is a Mario painting here. Apparently it's also in the SNES version too. Right, so which one should we go for? You want to go with one that's like widely spread out, not one that's really close to it. So I'm gonna guess this one. Oh, we got a heart, but we didn't get the right heart though. We got a recovery heart, not a piece of heart, which is a shame. Alright, I'm going to go with the same one again. Ah, damn it. Okay, we'll go with the one in the middle. No, we got an arrow. Damn it. Because sometimes it's usually in the one that you least expect it to be in, but... Every single time I played this minigame, it's always been this one up here that I've found it in. So I'm always going to keep going for that one. And the lucky thing is you have another chance, so... 10 arrows. I'm not going to cut this out, because there's no point in me cutting it out, because I know eventually I'll do it. Ah, 100. Well, we're definitely getting rupees out of this. That's good. What about this one? Oh, 200 rupees, even better. But not what I wanted, unfortunately. So you like spend rupees but gain rupees at the same time. There we go, see, I got it. Yeah, just always go for that one up there. That's like my key advice to you guys, is just go for that one always, because eventually you'll get it. Instead of always going around looking at opening other chests anyways. Makes things a lot easier. Sometimes you could get it on your first try just by opening that chest up in the top right hand corner. Alright, so now we need to go to the light world, because there's another piece of heart we can get as well. So I'm gonna go to the light world. No, actually no, we'll go to the light world much more closer to it, so then I don't have to make a longer walk to get to the portal. So, you know, with the Majora's Mask 3DS, they should make a Master Quest for it. If they make a Master Quest for it, then that would definitely be interesting to see. Because Majora's Mask is a hard enough game as it is on its own. I can't even imagine a Master Quest for it. Ocarina of Time was an easy game. I'm actually glad they made a Master Quest for it in the first place. But the Master Quest for Ocarina of Time first came out on the GameCube. It came out with Wind Waker. Because I got the special edition for it, and it came with Ocarina of Time and the Master Quest. Well, it came with the original Ocarina of Time, and then it came with the Master Quest version as well. It was like a compilation disc. Alright, so now we need to use the magic mirror again. And then there should be a weird looking tree. As you can see, that this tree looks completely different compared to all the other ones. Well, what you have to do with it, you have to ram straight into it with your Pegasus boots, and then it will reveal a secret passageway, or a tunnel, whatever. That microphone's too close to my mouth. And there's also a secret fairy fountain in here just as well, because I need health. There we go. That's good. And this should form ourselves another heart container. There we go. 3 hearts for the 3rd dungeon. Now that is good, because I hate the 3rd dungeon. Like, it's my least favorite in the Dark World. I always get lost in it, and it's very different compared to all the other ones anyway. Very different. And it's all in the Lost Woods. The Lost Woods is basically the 3rd dungeon, if you think about it. Alright. So we're starting from up here. I don't know which tunnel we're going to go in through first, but because what you have to do with this dungeon, you have to drop through the holes, and it will take you to the dungeon, and each hole takes you into different parts of the dungeon, so it's really weird how you do it, but I'll just get there. I don't know which way I'm going right now, because I've came into an area that I'm not very familiar with. To be honest with you, I think I've gone the wrong way entirely, actually. Okay. Because this doesn't connect up to the area that I want it to connect up to. Because this is a dead end down here, and then there's no other area to get to the entrance of the dungeon. So you know what, we're gonna get out of this part and go to a different section of the Lost Woods, because that's the wrong way. Yeah, the entrance to the Lost Woods that you want to go to is actually out the front of Kakariko. So just come down here and it should be... Yeah, this is it. Found it. Not too hard to find. If you know your way around the light world, then you'll know your way around the dark world. It's no different to get to the Lost Woods. Right, so we're going to go inside then. I think this is the first room I want to go into, isn't it? No, it isn't. I don't want to go this way. What the hell? We want to go... We want to cut out these bushes and then fall down this hole, and as you can remember, you got yourself the piece of heart from this in the light world, but instead, in the dark world, it takes you to the dungeon. Right, so you know what, guys? In the next episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda A Link to the Past, we shall take on the 3rd dungeon, Skull Woods. So, until then, this is NDM saying thanks for watching, take everybody, see you on the next video, and goodbye.